Hello everybody, how you all doing? Hope you're having a wonderful day. Silly headset. I'm having a pretty good day. I've been getting a lot of work done on the Unreal Engine to Azeroth conversion thingy. And I'm hoping we can actually get some results today. I have all of the data loading. The problem is, every so often after loading the data, the game crashes. So we may experience some of that today. Let's just get right to it, shall we? I am currently compiling, and I just noticed that in the wide shot, you can't see my little puppy. Ah, there we go. Yeah, that's better. He was just pushed a little bit too far off. I gotta find him a better home. I'm not sure where. I need to just take all these shelves down, strip them, clean them, and then slowly bring stuff back in after I've attached some new lights. I've had them for a few months. I just haven't had a chance to clear everything and sort it out and get it working. All right. So, still waiting for this to compile. All the data will load. It will occasionally crash. But the thing that I am actually working on today is trying to get landscapes in here. So I'm just going to hit the Create Landscape button. Okay, it did something. Alright, well, not quite what I wanted. This is... well, the good news is it's offset correctly. A moment ago, it was generating all of them down over here in front of this guy. But it is now generating polygons, even if it's not, the dated polygons. Alright, loaded all that. Save. I hope that saves the the internal data. I don't know. I just got it to actually save after reading, the data. But, theoretically now it would be able to create the landscape, but it doesn't. This is a temp build that I have going on here. As you can see, it's just 4 polygons, which is actually the layout that we're going to need for later. The big problem, though, is that it should be doing 1, 2, 3. It should be like doing 16 by 16 of these, and it's not. So I gotta figure out why. So there'd be 256 of these times 5 or times 4. It's about 1024. And if I select the object, I can actually see, oh, and okay, it just crashed. At any rate, it's just generating 4 of them. Let's see, where's the code for that? Right here. It should be building it with block offsets. So, the F vectors should be significantly, large, but, still offset from each other. For some reason, this is not happening. So, I'm going to do a little bit of a logging here. Okay. X offset is I, or let's do this F. Y offset is also F. Because F you, that's why I know. Alright, let's get some music going here. I specifically chose this music. The shaping of the world. Now, as you can see, I actually did get all of the source code in here, but whenever I tried to run it, it just crashed. It was not creating what we needed, and I was wondering, am I even doing this right? So I'm doing this one manually, just to see if I can get this to work, get all the block offsets and everything working. Alright, hopefully this should... I'm going to set this to a warning. Just so it's a little bit clearer. Now, oddly enough, I know what map this is in the world, in the Azeroth world. You know, I know, you know, it's very much what it looks like. It looks like that. Here, let me, there, a little bit easier to see. Let me scale this up if I can. Or not? Okay. Yeah, this is it. You know, it's... Wow, something's going on. It's just resetting. It's also taken a long time, but, you know, I've got, like, you know, 5 different programs running that probably shouldn't be running all at the same time. But, yeah, this is how it should look. Rescale you. You crazy little... By the way, if you're wondering what program this is Project Stormwind, which is actually one of the ones that I actually wrote this, including the visual system, which is probably why it performs so poorly. But still, you know, it does really well. So this is how the landscape should look if we were to import it as a mesh. And, you know, if we come in real close and turn on the wireframe, you can see there's all those points, because, you know, this is the high def point system. Oh, I'm getting some color strobing when I do that. That's not good. All right. And you got a hole over there. That's so you can go through mountains. But this is the ADT file that we have been working with pretty much this whole time. 3331 in Azeroth. So, with luck, when we get it to import correctly, it should look just like this. The problem is, we're not even getting these little blocks to offset. I mean, they're still like, you know, another level of for this, do this. Because, you know, we got to go through all the points, and then we got to do all this again for the blocks, and then, you know, go through all of the points to try and figure out what they are. But for right now, it's not even doing simple offsetting. Alright, put that off to the side. So hopefully this this little bit will help us. Let's double check that I've actually built this. Yeah, I added the change, and then I forgot to build it. The big problem with all this programming is waiting and trying to figure out what the fuck is going wrong. Excuse my language. It's just, I've been kind of racking my head against this for a bit now. Now, hopefully with one of the changes I just made, it will actually save a lot of the data that we've been, you know, working with for a bit. Because if I didn't have to import the ADT data again, I would be very happy. Well, it looks like it saved saved all the all that data. What? All right. Okay. So what's going on? Why isn't this working correctly? Does some of these have to be negative? Let me check the source code. It looks like it's right. Okay, that's taking that, and that's taking that. Oh, am I doing this wrong? No, I'm not. I'm actually looking at this code right here, and I'm realizing, you know what? That's wrong for me. That has to be Y, and that has to be Z. But that also means that one of these has to be negative. I think it's this. So what if I said... What if the Y's have to be negative? Oh, you know what? I didn't even look at the output. Zero, zero. 348. Okay, that's probably way too much. I probably don't need the yards to meters, but still. Yeah, we'll try. Maybe the negative Y offset helps, but if nothing else, keeping this into the yards. We'll worry about conversion later. Yeah. 40. That's almost the whole width. So it's like almost filling that up. Click, fill. I don't know, I'm just not seeing... No, I should be seeing like a couple of those squares all along here. Like 16 of them. Because it's 16 by 16. Alright. That is so freaking small. But I should still see an offset. That doesn't seem right. I mean, I just randomly chose 500, but 500 seems to be the final offset. Well, it doesn't look like that made a difference. So let's put it back. Times. Yeah, let's do that. That's just gonna... It makes things cleaner. Even if I still want to divide it by 10. I mean, it's not going to be great, but it should make things a little better. Alright, this still isn't giving me any differences. Fine. .1 equals F vector. Oh. Oh, okay. I see what the problem was, I think. Y block offset. What are you having trouble with? Yeah, that's a double, and that's a double, and those are all doubles. All right. All right. Okay, negative, negative. Oh, wait, no. Still positive, negative, negative. And then this one's just straight up 0. Okay, and this one is positive, negative, negative, and that's it. All right. Double plus double. Oh, that was the problem. I see the problem. was it. All right. 2, 3, 4. No, 4. 5. All right. 0.1. Now 0.2. 0.3. 0.4. And 0.5. I mean, really, it should be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So. And that will make it match up with this. But I already know that that works, so. So the question is, since these are working, why isn't the offset working? Now maybe just, breaking these out like this is going to make it work. I doubt it, but... Nothing like an epic guitar solo in the middle of a dungeon. Forge of Souls and the Bronze Gem. So I don't know if you guys saw this. There's this map tile equals null pointer thing. This is basically to keep the map from trying to generate when there's no data. I was having issues with that, so I've temporarily disabled that, and hopefully we can get this all dealt with soon. Am I deleting mesh data? Yes, I am. Am I doing it when I... No, I am not. Little bit of garbage cleanup there. Need it. Come on, ADTs. You can do it. All right. Well, the offsets are much better. I mean, if you look at it, we're building something that's like 1,000, points across, and I'm trying to move it at least 300 in every direction. So it would build a half and a half and a half and a half and a half. But yeah, that's just me putting in random numbers. I mean, if I was to do, half of what's going on right now, it would build a straight line, but we just need to build lines. Okay, so I guess the question is, if it's not building these correctly, then what are these endpoint totals? Oh, you know what? These need the block offset. Otherwise, all the middle points are just going to be all in the middle. But yeah, even so, that should still be correct. Why isn't it? So I guess the question is, what kind of vectors am I getting here? X, Y, Z. 0.1 X, Y, Z. Nope. Just with that. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Copy, paste, and paste. Okay. So that should tell me, you know, some of the details I need to know. We're going to set this back to a log. So it'll be white broken up with yellow broken in there. Alright. In case you were wondering what I was seeing, it's this. It's, X offset is 0 and, 0 at the very top. And then 304.80, and then 6096, and then it just goes up from there incrementally. These are theoretically all the points that are being generated, but why are they not offsetting by that amount every time why are the actual points not actually getting that offset? At this point, I want to put the, raise the middle point and see what happens there. Really? Is this Khadgar music? That's really loud and annoying. Like, God! So, the bad news is, until we figure this out, we can't use the generated data. Once we have figured it out, we can make it work with the generated data. Now, when I hit the Generate Landscape button when this is done compiling, nothing's going to visually change. I didn't do anything that would, cause it to change. There we go. Let's see what data we get. Okay. X offset. We got 500 and 500. Okay. That's the data that we originally did. The next one, offset by 300 and 48. 4.8. And that's offset correctly. So I think I know what it is. Clear all mesh sections. I actually ran into this on another project I was working on. Where I was actually testing this out. So basically, I've been having success. I just haven't been able to see it because I didn't clear the previous mesh section. I feel stupid. It's like, here I am doing all these things, and all I had to do was remove the old data. And it's just been regenerating the same data over and over again because it doesn't have any new data, apparently. At least I hope that's what's going on. If I do this and it doesn't fix it, then I will be at a loss and I'll have to go digging. Now, something I don't know how to do with procedural generated meshes is assign a material. I suppose I could try doing it, one per section. Now, with, Okay. All right, there we go. And create. All right. Well, let's try just clear mesh section 0, since that's what we're doing. I mean, they all should have worked. So I guess the question is this an issue with my generated procedural component mesh? Is this a problem with my code? Or is this a problem with something else? At this point, I don't think it's my code. We're getting the output, the correct output from the point data. It's just... Let me look this up. Alright. Changes not updating after compiling from Visual Studio. Nope. Alright, so this is my mesh. So there's no hidden stuff. It's just 1024 triangles all on top of each other. Wouldn't that be nice if it had worked? Okay. Elements. Gotcha. Gotcha. Oh, so it has all the doodad info. Yep, you're good. So, why is this not working? Nope, that's not working either. That's weird. Procedural generation, not procedural mesh, not updating. Crash from trying to update mesh section. Generate overlaps, rigid bodies. Okay. Mesh generation and editing at runtime for 4.26. Is procedural mesh not the way to go? Okay. So, int. Point count equals that times cells per chunk plus block A X times 5. So I finally realized what's going on here. For all of them, we're calling the same points. So even though we're adding so many new points, we're not changing up the point count. So that needs to be... No, 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 don't do that. Don't do that on me. All right. So hopefully that should do it. We've been generating the points correctly all this time. It's just we can't see points in here. We can only see polygons. Let's compile and see what happens. I mean, it's a stupid thing that I just did, so. So if I did this right, point count would be 0 times that, which would be 0, plus that would be 0 times 5, which would be 0. And then as we increase block 1, that would be 1 times 5. And then that would increase all these points by 5. So 0 plus 5, that make that 5, 6, and so on and so forth. So there's a very good chance that we've been generating the points all this time. We just can't see them because the polygons have only been doing the first ones. So there wasn't a problem with procedural mesh. There wasn't really a problem with my code, but there was a problem with my code. Yeah, my point code was flawless. It was working correctly as expected. My polygon code, however, it looks like it was causing some problems. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to see. That's what I've been looking for. Honestly, the fact that it did this is just fantastic. This is dynamically generated. Oh yeah, it probably looks like shit when I go to lit. Yeah, it's not very good. But the fact that it's actually built is fantastic. Okay. So, let's start looking at points. Now, I'm actually going to be doing this a little differently than last time. Now that we actually have this functional, I know that this information is correct. I'm actually going to leave that there for right now. So, we actually want to process the points before we process the triangles. So that's where point counter comes in. All right, so I don't think I need to do that specifically. I think that will just work. Yeah, that times that should create a double, a good double. All right, so come down here. Point counter plus equals 5. That way it just automatically updates. Don't have to worry about all that. Alright, we have the block offset, so now we need to figure out these points. So 0.0, because this is going to be a lot easier for me. Okay, actually, before we do that, let me open up the other project. So the way I did it in the other project, for Project Stormwind, was I built all the points and then did the polygons. This seemed to work pretty well, but it wasn't perfect. Let's see. Okay, so let's see, we're going to need the block offsets. So I know I need that. I'm going to need the chunk data. So let's grab that. And I need to create a T-array of F vectors. Call this point list. And just make a new one there. Alright, so now I have the chunk data. That'll be good. Okay, so T-array double data equals height data. Yep. If null pointer continue Alright, and this needs to be a warning. Chunk %i equal to find okay. Alright, now you int 32t point equals 0. Oh. Alright, so we'll just straight up copy this because this is pretty interesting, honestly. All right. So let's just focus on points for this. All right, so F vector point position. All right. Just copy and paste that. Oh, gotta get point height. That's right. We'll do another One here. Point. And we'll continue. So might as well loop around. Okay, that has to be num, and that is get data. It's really tricky to get, actual data. Oh, you know what? That's a double. Let's just go straight up double. I don't know why that was set to float. That's odd. Yeah, I'm looking at the code. There's no reason for it not to be a double. All right. So, point pause dot x equals vert times ADT unit size plus block x offset. All right. Z and then y. Now we're doing it this way because this is how Unreal Engine sees stuff. So this will be point height plus offset dot y. Where did offset y come from? Ah, okay. That's actually good. So after data, yeah, all right. F vector. To vector. Okay, so and now for this is horizontal times 0.5 times ADT size plus block Y offset. All right. If horizontal times 2, position X is half. And this is just for my own freaking sanity. If Y is inverted, then yeah, if it's -0, float, just make it, +0 float. All right. I'm going to skip basically everything after that, and we're going to go straight to that times equals yards to centimeters. So after all that math, we scale it up to centimeters, which is what we're going to need. And then we can push it back. Point list. Add point pause. Oh. All right. point list is right here. So that'd be point counter plus equal point list num. And we'll kind of just wipe all that out. We'll add point position to that. Oh, it's got to be dot. There we go. All right. Where is... Oh! Okay. Why did I put it all the way up there? That's weird. Yeah. Why did I put this all the way up here if I'm not going to use it? Alright, what about point list? I definitely had a reason for it. Why would I have created it if I didn't need it? Okay, model data, point list, pushback. Block point lists. Block X, block Y equals point list. Add point list. No, just equals. That should be fine. Why did I have this like that? Wait a second. Did I mess this up? No. Okay. Basically, the way the other system worked is that it could use append to append a block. Here, we're actually just going to straight up assign it. Alright, and where was point counter? Right there. So point counter would go through that, but this has to go through that. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Two, three, finally, four, and four. All right. Okay, that's one's also doing a chunk data. So we'll get that in there. All right. Okay. This should, in theory, work, and it is also, in theory, exactly what I had down here. But now that we actually know that a lot of this stuff actually works, you know, actually I need to turn that off now. Because it actually needs the data now. So, if this works even close to how it's supposed to work, we should see something that looks like this. I don't know if we're going to have the hole there or not. I don't mind if it's not there, but just so long as we get, you know, height data and all of this kind of out here, I'd be happy. I'm thinking right now of what Warlords of Draenor was like, and how, what I'm trying to coagulate my thoughts on it. Okay, let's see if this worked. Unable to generate static mesh. No data. All right, so we got to actually read the data. I hope this works. Nope! Crash. That's actually exactly what I've been having to deal with. I'm wondering if I put the ADT as a if I made the ADT source a U property, would that save it? Yeah, I'm going to call this source data for the category, since that's where, it actually is from. I have no idea if this will work. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. Who knows? But if it does work, it means that more than likely we'll be able to save the data, and it crashed. Unrecognized type ADT must be U class. Alright, that means we gotta come over here. U class. Yeah, that should be sufficient. Oh, it needs the generated. ADT dot generated dot H, which means we need to come in here and generate. Is it capitalized? I think it is. Generate body. Children screaming. Generated body, that's it. Must inherit you object. Okay. Cancel. Can't. I think a big problem with Warlords of Draenor is they tried to add too much storyline and ended up making an MMO a single player game. Alright. Now will you work? Ah. UADT. Blueprint read-only should not be used on, okay. Visible anywhere, blueprint read-only. I suppose this is serializing the data, so it hopefully will save. Because I do not want to regenerate, that stuff every single freaking time. What's with all the slamming of doors? They had some really nice storylines, main quest storyline stuff in, some of the later World of Warcrafts, but the problem was it just didn't feel like World of Warcraft, and the people who were, working on it were just, they were not, doing it correctly, honestly. Okay, map tile, that needs to be fixed. UADT. There's another. The one thing I cannot fault any of the World of Warcraft expansions for is their music. And the cinematics team did phenomenal work too. Both the stuff that looks realistic and the in-game stuff. And honestly... Could be. I think my biggest problem with everyone saying, oh, well, they chose to go with the art style for WoW, is that if that was true, then why didn't the cinematics look that way? Why did they go photorealistic with the cinematics, but, their gameplay graphics were cartoony? That just doesn't mesh up to me. Yeah. You have to define UADT. Alright. Alright. I have defined it. This is the problem with trying to move things over to the Unreal Engine setup. Is they have certain requirements, and it's hard to get them all to work sometimes. None of the two overloads convert. Source file name. I'm sorry, how does it not match this overload? Should work. I don't see why it wouldn't. None of the two overloads could convert all the argument types. Could be Constant size. E eternal. What? I don't even recognize that one. That's probably all here in the generated file. All right. Set file name. Sometimes I don't like doing that, but... F table helper? What? Oh. Set file name. Actually, that's probably what I should be doing over here, too. Or wherever I was setting this up. Yeah, right there. I want to set this to like an F string. Like I want it to be I want it to be data, not a user object. All right. Crazy thought. What if I made that an F ADT? Replace all! Because frankly, I'm tired of dealing with this. uh, 25 occurrences replaced. Alright. So, now I come in here, and I don't have to do a public. But that still has to be a U class, I believe. Or is there like an F class? Nope. Okay, how does this fuck everything up? Class FTP must inherit U object. Can I hit F class? Unrecognized type F ADT. Must be U class, U struck, or global delegate. Alright, what are the US or the F? What's with all the freaking slamming of doors? It's really unhealthy and freaking me out in some cases. All right. Lots of functions, overrides, operators, type defs. Class macro. Okay. U class macro. Class specifiers. There we go. Abstract. Preventing user from adding actors of this class to levels. Yes. I suppose this is technically an abstract class. U object. Conversion root. What? No, I don't need any more of that. That's fine. Default to instance. Edit inline new. abstract, not blueprintable, not placeable. Okay. And within equals ADT actor. Hopefully that that makes that work correctly. I have no idea. Oh. Public. Oh, do I have to include the... Okay. Include. Actors. ADT actor dot header. Formats, landscape, map tile. Okay, what if I put this in quotes? Will that work then? Unrecognized type. Well, let's remove abstract. You're making me do that? I don't want to do that. Screw you for making me do that. Let's remove the within. Fine. Do this again. took a while. Not surprised though. Alright. And we're back to this. Okay, so set file name. Now is it going to say 3? We can hope. No. Operator. Okay, while trying to match argument list, unsigned UNT64. Signed that. Why is there? Ah, the children are screaming. The children are screaming. Oh. Well, let's try looking up the error number with Unreal Engine. Unreal Engine error 265. Source file name. Let's try that. Since I add that back in, let's see if that works. Maybe now it will say 3. Or maybe 4. None of the two overloads could convert all the argument types. Okay. U class new object. Error 2265. There we go. Creating a new object but missing argument. This is my quest constructor. The new object method does not take those arguments. Template case, outer, and then static class. Okay. Okay. Default constructor. Now, you know what? Let's take a look. No, not there. At the actors. Yes, right here. Create default subobject. Create default subobject. UADT. Nope. New property. Unreal Engine class as property. Yeah, that's a property. Blueprint read only. Yep. Can I tell it to editor only? Object properties only. Native. No clear, no export. No transactional. Actually, that's actually a good one for this. I'll put that down here at the end. It absolutely is not replicated. Save game. Serialized text. Skip serialization. Simple display. Property custom class. How to display custom class as a property in data asset. Well, if I switch this up to a struct, would that make any difference? Probably not. Do I have to, really don't want to do that. Unknown, not placeable? Yeah, fine. Non-blue printable. That should still be functional. It didn't complain about that. Ah, there we go. So structures. Alright. Replace all. So structure is an F. So F them, yeah. Oh, let's reopen that tab. That looked interesting. I'm hearing a lot of noise. Alright. The city of Dalaran. That'd be an easy one to do, because it's all just the WMO and doodads. Don't have to do massive amounts of landscapes. But it is actually on a landscape because it actually has a spot. I think it would be hilarious to actually in Unreal Engine set it up so that it actually floats around, so it travels. Yeah, I'm crazy. How would you do the flight paths? That's actually a very good question. How would I do flight paths? Well, first of all, you'd need a dynamic system that could actually understand that. Wait, what's going on here? Only struck numbers can be marked as non-replicated. Fine, we'll just go with that. Is that okay? Inappropriate. Cannot have an exposed pointer of this type. Seriously? Why? Why would you do something bullshitty like that? So now I have no way of okay. Yeah, fuck you. I've spent so much time just swapping between F and U on this, and it's just... This is pissing me off. But, you know, I'd be running into this whether you were here or not, so... Okay, that's enough of that. Being able to save this data in between is paramount, because I have a feeling that, you know, trying to load it every single time would be disastrous. If it wasn't crashing every time I tried to do a load or even clicked off it, yeah, I would let it go. Damn, this is taking forever. Am I... What's my task manager saying? No, I'm fine on memory and GPU and everything. Bravo to Project Stormwind. 0.9% of my CPU power being used. Only 13 megs of memory. Yeah, megs. No GPU power being used. No network. No disk work. And it's still, you know, really doing well. Alright. I'm going to get rid of that one, even though I know it's going to tell me to put it back. But I'm going to put back the other one. Missing class and class decoration. Oh. What the fuck? What did Visual Studio... Why was Visual Studio using my network? It should not be doing that. UADT. Create an implementation. All right, let's see if this will work now. Here we are. Create default sub-object. No matching override function found. Yes, that's fine. New UADT. Build. I mean, if the source data was a sub-object, that'd be different, but I don't know, should I make it a sub-object? No. Ugh. None of the two operators could handle all the arguments. Why? Okay, if I just delete all of them. Wow. You know what? Let's look this up. UE5, create new U object. U object instance creation. New named object. Yeah, this isn't showing me how to do it. Construct object. How do you instantiate a new... Yeah. Oh, okay. So, new object. unfortunately, is this that? All right. Yep. All right. I guess that's what's going to have to happen. Fucking finally. Ah. Da, 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 da. Skipper store. Wow, Task Manager, way to go nuts. All right. Source data. Read data. It's transient. No, don't be transient. Alright, so maybe this will save the data. Who knows? Alright. Create landscape. Okay, was there an error? Output log. Unable to find the datas. Yep. So, now that we can actually get back to, you know, debugging all this. So we're being, right here is where we're at. So we're definitely getting the data, but are we setting the data? The answer is no. Because, you know, reading the data comes right here. So, let's come down here. F-string chunk header. That's what we're going to do now. And let's actually do a do. Do the do. And I think we just follow the pattern I made here. do that while file pause is less than total size, or map chunk size. Actually, no, it's right there. So we actually are already in here, so don't have to do that at all. So, yeah, right there, and then we just check stuff. All right. All right, so if we can get the height data, all right, read data from binary. Start pause is file pause. And size is size. Else if chunk lighting, vertex shading, normals, we'll definitely need that at some point. Texture layer definitions. Yeah, eventually we'll get to all of these. Although I think for right now, I think this is sufficient. Okay. So, this should read the size data. Let's copy this, actually put that in there. What was it? Yeah, log map chunk. I think I gotta have to do another save. Alright, save and let's build it again. I don't think I caused the dog to bark, but you'll never know. I should set this up so it can... let's see. You know, I'm actually going to take a quick look for this. It says it can't find Visual Studio. VS Assessor cannot access Visual Studio. Close Unreal Engine. Make sure Visual Studio and install. Okay. Okay, so it might be just the Visual Studio is out of date. Which I wouldn't put past it, but... Okay, it's still got the data. Good. Hate to reload it. It's still disturbing to me that it's using my network to compile. I'm not asking for that. I specifically turned shit like that off. All right. Create landscape. Unable to find chunk. All right, let's read the data. And that will probably crash this. Yep. Close without saving. Let's do a build. I want to see the. I want to see that. That's what I want to see. But yeah, it makes sense that it can't build it because it didn't see it when I did my last scan. My last read of the data. Alright. Open the output, read the data. It found it. Perfect. Let's save so that data gets saved. All right. And it crashed. But I think it's saved. By the way, in case anybody's thinking about it, I am actually writing this code so it's pretty much version agnostic. I mean, even though I am designing this to, output Wrath of the Lich King, era stuff, rest of the data should, it should, be able to import older and newer stuff. All right, it does not have the source data, so that's not persistent. That's too bad. Yeah, it just crashes randomly. No idea why. I mean, I'm not making it that hard, am I? All I want to do is read the data, save the freaking data, and then maybe, I don't know, see a movie or something. I want to be able to read the data and then build stuff from the data. All right. Read the file. Crash. Doing a lot of slate core. Don't think it needs to do that. Alright, if it crashes in the same spot again, I'm gonna have to dig into stuff, see what's going on. Shouldn't be having a problem. Okay, that one worked. Alright. Great landscape. Hey! Okay. Well, there's a few problems. Huh. Okay. So first of all, It slipped upside down. Well, actually, let's take a look at this. Okay, so this is the north end. Yeah, that's right. I mean, look at the... let's go wireframe. And can I tell it to... No, it doesn't. Okay. But you can see the general shape. And if we were to... bring up how it looks in Project Stormwind, where it actually loads correctly, you can see it actually is in the correct position. Now there's a couple of there's a number of issues here, but let's start with the basic one that hey, I'm happy with that. All right, so now that we got that working, let's try to fix it. So obviously, the C-verts are being read correctly. That's actually fine. I think it's when it's actually being built, so that's an ADT issue. For right now, let's ignore holes, because I think that's probably going to solve part of the issue. The points are in the right spots. Or are they? See, in my mind, I could just, swap some points and it works. And maybe that's what we do, is we, you know what, that probably needs to be Z. Let's swap X with... No. This is what we need to swap. Now... Let's see. Make that 2, make that 4. So the good news is it's not a read issue, so from now on we can just hit, create landscape as much as we want. And we'll just see if, turning off the holes fixes, all the holes. And then we'll have to go back and, properly fix the holes. More than likely the holes is a read issue. Because there's a number of, unions, and I'm not sure if I was reading that data correctly. In looking at it, I'm guessing not. Although I am noticing that it looks like the hole itself is actually correct. Yeah, the hole itself is actually there. But the points are in the right spots, so we're not going to mess with points. We're going to mess with polygons. I hope just making those 2 flips, solves the issue. Probably not. And we'll have to go a little bit deeper into it. We'll also see if the whole issue got fixed, but... We know number 5 is the one in the middle. Alright. Generate. Alright, there we go. So that was just a simple, flip fix. And now we got this. Lighting only? I can already tell that there's going to be an issue with that. Detail lighting. Wireframe. Yeah, that's what we have. So, the good news is we are actually getting the data in. Modify true. Actually, parent. Do I not feed this the ADTA? I do not. Oh wait, do I? Yeah, this is generating the mesh data. That's okay. I can come in here and tell it after it's generated the procedural mesh. Modify true. So it'll just say that the mesh has changed, so hopefully it will save the actor. Actually, no, we'll just go this. We'll just do this. Literally. Alright, so that should fix that issue. Now we got to look at what's going on with the holes. What if I just did straight up Z? Since that may... I don't know if that's going to make a difference. Yeah, if we look here, we can see that that one is aligned, that one's aligned, that one's aligned, and, you know, so every corner has another ADT file. Although it's interesting that's, you know, going up. Or, oh, no, it's going down and left. Okay, yeah, that's going in the right direction. So that means that if I could gather the data for this one. Oh, by clicking on that, did I just cause a crash? I might have. Yep. So many exception errors. Well, first things first, we'll see if the whole fix, you know, worked. If not, I'll just negate it and figure it out later. I mean, my initial thought is that I'm actually reading the whole data wrong. Where is whole data? I think it's actually in the header. No. Okay, here we are. There's the high-res holes. Holes low-res. And then holes align. So chunk holes. Let's come here to chunk. And determine holes. Else. Okay, so we're mem copying. Oh, no, this is where... Okay, so a hole was the header low res. If transform high res to low res. Looks like I'm just converting it. Seems fine to me. So it's more than likely it's just that. So yeah, I don't think we're having an issue with holes. The reading of data. We're probably having a problem with the reading of the actually high-res holes, but high-res holes don't show up until Pandaria. So I don't think we have to worry about that just yet. Alright. Read data. Crash. Clearly something's going on here, and I'm not certain what. Not certain. I don't know what it is, but I'm not certain. Now, something to consider, actually, would be to have the ADTs come in here as an asset. And then just link up the actors to those assets. Because we have the source data right here as an actor kind of thing. It wouldn't be that hard to tell it, hey, save it in here as an asset and just refer to it when we look at the actor. That actually would be really good. I might look into that. Okay, so... So we got the hole there. Let's come in here to the skybox. And the skybox needs another light. Specifically, a skylight. No, there. Real-time captures. Yeah, let's do real-time capture. That way if I change, things, might look good. Cloud ambient occlusion. And we're going to get clouds in here eventually. Alright, let's see how we do. Play from here. Yes, I recognize that there are holes everywhere. What the heck's going on? I can't see a damn thing. All right. Yeah, for some reason it's not lit. Let's load selected cells. And let's save some packages. Okay, so it looks like wait, are the holes being... How are the holes calculated? And since that didn't work... Actually... Okay, every instance of 2 now becomes an instance of 4. And every instance of 4 now becomes an instance of 2. I believe that's accurate. So now it's building it in the correct order. I don't even know. Does that mean that these ones are... No? Everything looks correct. And the only change we're making is the one that we need to make to, flip the data over to Unreal Engine from everything else. Alright, come on, I want to... Nope, not letting me back. Oh, it's still saving. I don't know, maybe the holes transfer is wrong. Maybe this just needs to be plus, X instead of... Oh, that's interesting. There we go. Finally. Nope. Okay. The good news is this does seem like the correct scale. If I were to pull back, it would... we might need to increase, run speed and stuff. So, what the hell is going on with holes? Oh, jeez, this is going to be... Let's run over here. We got to run over here. Hello, how are ya? Pleased to meet ya. Running through the hole, definitely false. Okay, just wanted to double check that. Yeah, I think this is probably just a little bit too big, because we do convert the measurements over to centimeters, but that should still make this correct. The only reason we convert to centimeters is to make it easier to think about. Okay, so what I'm noticing is that this seems to be in a pattern. It's the same holes over and over again. Is it the same pattern throughout the whole thing? I think it is. With a couple of exceptions. So this is an actual hole. That should be there. The rest of this. Okay, if actually, I need to switch this up to Y. No particular reason, but all right. Now maybe I need to swap that for Y and that for X. No. That might want to be +1. Or, no. Y is 1. I gotta look this up. Alright. Alright, terrain holes. This is a bitmap field. The least significant 16 bits are used row-wise in the following arrangement with a 1-bit, meaning that the map chunk has a hole that is part of the area. Since 5.3, it uses a new 64-bit hole map. So high-res flags, yeah. Let me try reading this again. Okay. This uses a 64-bit whole map. So, if so, flag high res is set in, and the 8 bytes at the offset chunk begin plus x14 contains a new whole map. Otherwise, low resolution 16-bit map is used. Read those 8 bytes as a byte array and check holes row. So that would actually need to be x minus 1 in comparison to column minus 1 and 1. If you interpret it as a uint64 and shift like you did before on the 16 map, you'll have to invert the rows because of Indianness. I think I do some of that already. So, rows, then columns. That should work. Honestly, I'm surprised it works correctly the other way on my other software. Well, if this doesn't work, I'm going to disable holes for right now, and we'll come back to that. I'll work on it, and we'll just come back to it at some point. I suppose the next thing to do would be to automatically convert this to a mesh. Although I think I am going to look up being able to import the data as an asset. So with luck, what I'd be able to do is, come here to Azeroth, go, source data, create a folder for source data, and literally just drag an ADT file in here and have it work. Now, right now, it's just saying unknown extension, but I'd have to find a way to make it work. 100% of network being used. By the way, I took a look at my old software, Project Stormwind, and I'm actually kind of surprised it could do a height map. And it seemed to do it pretty well too. But it's normalized is the issue. Alright. Great land. And all it did was rotate it. Yeah, that hole is in the wrong spot now. Okay, let me compare this real quick to what I have down here. Okay, it's getting the chunk, block ID. That's just, these two are basically just for this. All right, let me open up this. Okay, so doing block Y, yes, yes. Block X, yes. Does some material stuff that we skip. Then we're doing the chunk, X and Y, yes. And then it does debugging. So we need the block ID and the point list, but I don't need either of those right now. And then it does Z and Y, which for us is X and Y. And then it does the holes. And then it does this. And then it does all that. And then it closes off. And then it does stuff like make materials. So why doesn't that work? Maybe it's because I'm not generating the points correctly? Alright. Got block Y, block X. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Alright. Block times ADT chunk. Generate the point list. Check for the chunk. And I'm doing like a little bit extra, checking here. And then we pull out the height data. Ooh, offset. Are we even using offset? Yes, we are. Okay, good. Alright, so point. Am I using point? Yes, I am. Horizon, horizon, vert horizon. Yes, yes. Point pause, height. If data num is less than point, or greater than point, yeah, if the count / point is greater than point, get the point. Otherwise, put a warning, and we do a continue. Although it's interesting, I don't do a continue on mine. Alright, vert, ADT, block size, yes. Point, offset. Horizon, horizontal, okay. Alright, yes, that's correct. Yes. Okay. Yep. Pointless, push back, yes. And then it updates that, and then it does all that. Close, close, pointless, yep. This should work. So the only thing I can think of at this point is that for somehow my hole data is wrong. So for right now, no holes. And I shall come back to this later. All right. All right. What was the next sector to look at? Be nice to get the normal vectors. There we go. Okay. So that should get us some good data. Alright, let's get the normal vectors here. Alright, point normal. Point normal x equals chunk CNR normal vectors get data 3 times point plus 0. Y, Z, 1 and 2. Normals equals point normal. Oh, I'm sorry. Add point normal. Unreal Editor's not responding. Yeah, let's kill that. And build it anew. Clear out all the garbage. Clear in the garbage! There we go. So I'll have to figure out what's wrong with holes. And then we shall skip. And I can restore the whole data. I can restore the holy function. Come on. There we are. Alright, read the data. Create the landmass. Oh. Oh, we had a problem. Okay. ADT 337. Alright, well let's do this. If chunk equals null pointer continue. And we'll do a warning. Actually, we'll do that one. Unable to find CNR chunk. Yeah, that was more than likely the issue. Is that it's trying to, get this and it can't find that, which means. Let's actually uncomment those two. Sorry, I'm just reading something over here. Okay. Alrighty. Read data. And create. I doubt... I have doubts. Yeah, it can't find the MRC NK chunk. Okay, I think maybe we should put that up higher. Alright, it found that chunk. So, when did the normal chunk come in? It's not saying. Okay, that's actually something where I want to look it up. Fortunately, I have an editor for that. Okay, so we are looking for an RNCM chunk. Yeah, these all look right. Which means they do exist, so what the hell? How are you not finding them? You should have found... Alright. Okay, it's normalized. Yeah, that looks right. Problem is, it's not seeing the data, so it's not, it's, you know, not reading the chunk. So, yeah, we should be getting this message, but I'm not. Should be coming after that one. Yeah. Okay, MCLV. All right. VLCM. Was it VLCM? Yeah, VLCM. No instances. Okay. MCCV. Or VCCM. No instances. RNCM. Many instances. MCTV, yeah. Or VT, which is that. And then right after it should be okay. Size is 345. It should be the same as that. 488. Oh, that's right. Well, actually, let me see that. So, reading this data, it says 435 until the next chunk. There we go. And that is 448. So it is indeed providing the wrong chunk. MCLO, alright. Yeah, texture layer definition. So we're getting all the points. All right, 580. Yeah, immediately 580 after is an MCNR. Yeah. So why is this not finding it? It'd be nice to get this working. But while we wait... Ooh, reflections. Player collision. Lighting only. Details. Wireframe. Unlit. Lit. Yeah. Alright. I don't know why it's not seeing it. It should. MCSH, huh? Shadow map. Okay. I mean, we are going to have to get to this too, so... Texture layer definitions. Alright, CLY. I'm actually going to temporarily disable that. For N layers. Oh yeah. I actually told it that, hey, if we find more layers than, you know, the header, update the header. Oh, you know what the difference here is? That. But that shouldn't make a difference for, you know, running the log. Close that. The fact that we can get this inputted is very, very good news. There's just a little extra stuff to do. Yeah, we got it. The hard part is going to be building the materials. Okay, there we go. So my end goal is actually to see what this would look like if, if the game was built today using Unreal Engine. But, obviously we want to use the original assets. Oh, it didn't build it because couldn't find the normals. Yep. Complain, complain, complain. Can't find the normals. Can't find the normals. I have no idea why it's having that issue. So for right now, until we can fix the reason it's not seeing normals, we'll just skip all this. Ooh. Cracky the knuckles. Hard. Hard, like fireball. No, I have no idea what that means. Wait, are you saying it's easy? No, I'm saying it's tricky. Compile, little one! Compile! Oh, that's going on. New asset type UE5. Adding new asset types. Oh, ammo. Alright, let's read the data, just be safe. And we'll create the landscape. And we'll save. Object. Creating the fact. Okay, so. Okay. Rather than represent this data as existing asset type, such as a data table, you can set up your own custom asset type and fully control how it's created, represented, and used in your project. Editor factories let you set up your own custom import behavior to read in data from other applications, and gives you the freedom to add a workflow for creating and even exporting new assets within Unreal. First step to creating your own asset is to define the actual class that stores the data. You can add any U properties you want to associate. Different info. Yep. Keep in mind that each time a new asset of your type is created or imported, it will have its own set of these properties. Yeah, that's Perfectly fine. Creating the factories. Next, you'll want to create factories to support your asset type, as well as create new assets within the editor. You can implement one or both depending on what makes sense for your type. Asset factories will be automatically discovered, and you can specify an import priority if you want to be sure that your factory will have a chance to process a given file extension before some other factory does. Alright, so first you want to set up your constructor and specify some options for how the factory should be treated. You can look at the header for UFactory for more details. Alright, so my custom data factory, object initializer, supported class, my custom data static class, formats, my asset, custom asset extension. Okay. If you want to input your assets from an external file, you'll want to implement factory functions, factory can import, and factory create binary. Good. Files are saved. Alright. Is it going to let me... Oh, is it going to let me? It's going to let me. Oh, we're getting landscapes. Oh yeah, that's looking familiar. Read. Create. Read. Crash. I knew it was going too well. And I've lost my music. Well, maybe I can get it back. Nope. Well, my music has crashed. My importer has crashed. And looking at creating factories and then building it up for an ADT kind of sounds like a better way to go, because I could get all the assets information from the ADT file into this new asset that I can actually just import once, and then I can just reference it and build data dynamically on the actor. So I think that may be more of the direction I want to moving forward. Unfortunately, with my sound being mucked up like that, let me see if I can even play a movie or something. Nope, my whole sound system is borked. Alright. Hopefully you guys still hear me fine, and hopefully my recording's still going well. That's going to be it for tonight. Yeah, we're ending a little bit early, but that audio makes it really hard for me to work if I don't have functional music, and the only way I can get that is if I reboot my computer, and I don't want to do that on the stream. I am definitely going to be looking at custom data importing. That actually sounds like I absolutely need to go that way. It means I got to expose a lot more data, and it's going to be a lot of work, but I think ultimately it's going to be the better choice, because right now we're trying to dynamically do it with the system, and I don't think that's working right. This may actually lead to us doing something similar with WMOs, and I don't know about M2 files, but we'll see how it goes with the ADT files. That's it for tonight. Thank you all for joining me. I will see you tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific Time for Star Citizen Sunday. By the way, I hope you are all voting every day for your top 16 ships. Well, your top ships, actually, in the Star Citizen Showdown. You can just go to their website and sign in and use my link down below if you don't have an account. You don't even have to buy anything. You just make the account, use my name. And then once you buy a Game Pass, you get extra money if you do that. But you can go and vote. Actually, I think they don't let you vote if you don't have a game package. At any rate, if you're a Star Citizen fan, go there, vote every day. I want the character to die. I don't want it to make it to the top 4. Why? Because fuck the character. That's why. Every year it manages to make it. It only survived it didn't survive last year because it went up against the meme vote, and they took precautions against that this year. I still want it to die. I mean, it has a chance with the 400. It has a chance with the 600i. Both of those are really popular ships, and I think it might actually be able to go up against them pretty well. Coming up, we are going to have Pisces votes, and that's going to be an interesting one. Probably when this video is out is when we're actually going to be able to vote on the Pisces. And I sure hope you go vote for the Pisces. I mean, the Mule's kind of fun too, but vote Pisces. We need some good love for the Pisces. Well, let's see. That's today. That's tomorrow. Oh, no. Today is the Freelancer Max and the Raft. Tomorrow is Avenger Titan and Eclipse, and the day after that, the Pisces and the Mole. Or not the Mule. It's so small. It looks like mole. Yeah, we want the Pisces to go up to the top. Honestly, Pisces or Mule, I'm fine either way, but I would prefer the Pisces. That's just my vote. Hopefully, we have a good collection of ships. And it won't let me see the votes. Got to sign in. Let me sign in. I want to see what the vote count is. More than likely, the Carrick is just decimating it, or even worse, annihilating it. Yeah, Carrick's gonna win. But against the 400i, that's okay. I mean, we're talking 12,000, 12.7 thousand votes against 8.6. I don't think there's another 4,000 votes, over 4,000 votes available for the 400i. Because this is going to, so that's going to die. The question is, what's better, the Carrick or the 600i? And I think it's going to be the 600i. At least I hope it is. The Carrick does not need another skin. Alright, that's it for tonight. I will see you all tomorrow. Good night. Have fun. Hope to see you for Star Citizen Sunday.